Hey, what's up, everybody? It's J Rock right here. Today I'm gonna be hitting you with another fragrance review. So if you like that type of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That will keep you notified every time a new video's up. Also, you might want to consider hitting that bell because sometimes YouTube doesn't notify you just by subscribing. Okay, now today we're gonna be reviewing something from the House of Mancera. Popular house, a lot of people collect it and so forth. It has a big fan base. But the fragrance itself is one I don't hear much talk about and I don't see in many people's collection. That is Mancera Aoud Violet. This is the bottle. It's clear white bottle with a white label. It's from the Aoud line. As all Manceros, it has this top that you screw on, which I kind of like. It can be annoying sometimes. Gotta screw it on, screw it off. But I like it because you can lift it by the top and so forth with no issues, no worrying about it coming off, right? Okay, so on this one, right away from the opening, you get a bright, fresh bergamot. So I get the bergamot right away. It's pretty fresh, and you get also the Mancera from the Oud line. Other Oud line has this oud note that's it's not like an animalic oud or not a thick oud. It comes off kind of like a synthetic oud, right? It's not very pungent, but it's very noticeable in the whole oud line. I have to try to see if it has it on the other Manceros, but on the oud line they all have that very distinct note, which to me I kind of called it the Mancera DNA. But then I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I haven't tried other fragrances that are not from the oud line. So I started looking around to see what else I have to see if they had that same note, what other Manceros I had. And I had this one, Instant Crush, that doesn't say it has that oud note. We'll get to that in a minute. But so I get that oud note. It's always there right for me and my nose. It's always there right from the get go, right from the opening spray. It's there all the way through the fragrance. But it usually on the note breakdown, it says it's there at the base, right? So I get it always from the beginning. Now after that freshness, you get that oud, so it kind of balances where it's not like too fresh, like citrusy. It's not really that type of freshness, but it's clean and fresh in a different way. And then, a few minutes in, maybe 10 minutes in, you start getting that violet note. It's a very nice, clean violet in here, guys. I think it's that bergamot cleans it up a little because the violet note on this is not like your George Fahrenheit where it's when it's mixed with that leather, it comes off kind of like it gives you that petrol vibe. You don't get anything like that, or sometimes it could be even kind of like dirty. This is very clean. It's a very clean violet. Again, because it's probably because it's mixed with that bergamot. It's very fresh, and then it kind of goes powdery after a little while. So then it becomes kind of a clean, powdery violet. Think of like that texture, like from your neroli notes or your baby powder type of smell. Think that, but with violet instead, right? So it's a nice, interesting twist because I like neroli. I have a few neroli dominant fragrances in my collection. This gives me that same powder vibe, that same cleanness, but with the violet instead of the neroli. So I thought that's a nice switch up where it's different, but not too different, but different enough where it keeps me interested. All right, so once you get into the dry down, like deep into the dry down, say about 6 hours in, I start getting less of a clean feel, and you start getting some of that patchouli. So that patchouli starts really kicking in at about 6 hours, but it's like a dry patchouli. I wouldn't say it's necessarily like dirty, but it's not green either. I get like a dry patchouli, and you still get that synthetic oud that Mancera has on this line. So it kind of changes a lot once you're deep in the dry down. It lasts about 7 hours on my skin, which is pretty good for me. Anything that's like 6 or higher, it's pretty good. I typically want to get as close to 8 as I can. I don't need more than that, but eight is ideal for me. So I get about 7 hours with this. That last hour is kind of almost a different fragrance than what you get at the heart because it's not as clean anymore or as powdery. So yeah, guys, that's basically the transition that this goes through. It's nice. I enjoy this fragrance. It's clean. This fragrance here, this Instant Crush, I don't really get that oud note that I get on this one. But then again, it doesn't say oud, but it's also powdery and it's weird because it's almost powdery and syrupy at the same time. What I get from this one is kind of like people say you get a cotton candy vibe, and I totally get that. It's kind of like a sugar, like a fluffy thing. Those sugar cookie wafers, that vanilla sugar flavor, but like puffy and cloudy. That's what I get with this. But it gives me a similar vibe to this because this has that powdery note. This is more, I would say, kind of more like cloudy than powdery. I have to wear it more to really give a solid review on it later, or a solid opinion. But I feel like for me, I would wear them for a lot of the same stuff. They do similar things, but they don't smell exactly the same. They smell a lot different. I personally like this one a lot more. This is my jam. It does. I think it's marketed towards women, but to me, this fragrance is unisex. It does lean a little bit more feminine than masculine, in my opinion, because it's not masculine at all. But I think both sexes can pull it off. I like wearing it. To me personally, this is the lick. This is something I enjoy, but it's not gonna be for everybody, especially if you don't like. If you want something like masculine, this is an uber masculine. But if you like this, which this is to me, it says unisex also, but to me, I think this is more feminine than this is. So if you like this, you might enjoy this as well. It's worth giving it a shot, trying it out. So yeah, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully, you don't let the fact that this is marketed towards women turn you away from it. Give it a shot. See if you like it. And I'd be interested if you've tried this or you already have it in your arsenal. Let me know in your comments. I'd be interested to know what you think about it. All right, guys. So like I said, that's all I got for you guys today. I'd like to thank you guys for taking some time out of your day to check this video out and hear my opinions on fragrances. All right. Check you guys out next time.